Okay, guys, we're now going to do another DVD collection for 2016, and this time it's going to be the Warner Brothers DVD Collection 2016 edition, which I have quite a few for this collection as well, so this is going to take more than a couple parts, so let's get this going. First one is the 2010 repackaged DVD of Ace Ventura: Pet Detective with Jim Carrey. He's the best there is. Actually, he's the only one there is, featuring additional footage not seen theatrically, and this is a 1994 film. 4 stars, says Jay Stone of Ottawa Citizen. A riot from start to finish, says Rita Kempley of the Washington Post. The perfect comedy, says Jules Pelmer of WNWK Radio New York. Hilarious, says Nora Fraser of The Home Show. This also stars Sean Young, Courtney Cox, Tone Loc, and Dan Marino. Rated PG-13 for off-color humor and some nudity, and it's 87 minutes. And there's the disc. And this is actually the late 90s DVD, just repackaged. But Ace Ventura: Pet Detective is pretty funny. And I also had the sequel, the 2007 DVD of Ace Ventura: When Nature Calls from 1995. Also stars Jim Carrey, New Animals, New Adventures, same hair. And these are co-produced with Morgan Creek. Wackier than the original, Jim Carrey is a human gag machine, says Jeff Craig's 60-second preview. This also stars Ian McNeice, Simon Callow, Maynard Ezayashi, and Bob Gunton. Never heard of those guys. Rated PG-13 for crude humor, and it's 94 minutes. And there's the disc currently on the full screen side. This is actually another 90s DVD just repackaged. Next is the 1999 DVD of American Flyers with Kevin Costner. This is a 1985 film. Here's the spine and the back. 4 stars, a hats in the air, 3 cheers kind of flick, says Kirk Honeycutt of Los Angeles Daily News. And it's directed by John Badham. This also stars David Grant, Ray Don Chong, Alexandra Paul, and Janice Rule. Rated PG-13, and it's 113 minutes. Here's the disc, currently on the full screen side and the DVD guide. But need to give American Flyers a watch. Like I said, a majority of the movies I have in my collection I haven't taken the time to view, either because I've been busy or lazy. Next is the 2006 DVD of The Ant Bully with Julia Roberts, Nicolas Cage, Meryl Streep, and Paul Giamatti, and this is the widescreen edition. Remember seeing this in theaters. A must-see for the whole family, says Tony Senecal of Fox TV. And this also stars Regina King and Bruce Campbell and Lily Tomlin. Rated PG for some moderate humor and action, and it's 89 minutes. Here's the disc. And The Ant Bully is a pretty cool movie. And next is the 2005 DVD of Batman Begins, widescreen edition. One of the year's best films, 2 thumbs way up, says Ebert and Roper. Oh, dropped it. Here's the spine and the back. Fantastic, emotionally, genuinely gripping, says Mick LaSalle of San Francisco Chronicle, I think. Let me see. Yeah, San Francisco Chronicle. And this stars Christian Bale, Michael Caine, Liam Neeson, Katie Holmes, Gary Oldman, Cillian Murphy, Tom Wilkinson, Rutger Hauer, Ken Watanabe, and Morgan Freeman. Rated PG-13 for intense action, violence, disturbing images, and cinematic elements, and it's 140 minutes. Here's the disc. And I also have the first 4 Batman movies on VHS. which I showed in my Warner Brothers VHS collection. Next is the 2008 20th Anniversary Deluxe Edition of Beetlejuice with Michael Keaton. This is a 1988 comedy. Uproarious, irresistible, a dazzling display of director Tim Burton's unique pop culture sensibility, says Kevin Thomas of the Los Angeles Times. This also stars Alec Baldwin, Gina Davis, Jeffrey Jones, Catherine O'Hara, and Winona Ryder. Rated PG, and it's 92 minutes. Here's the disc. And I don't know if you guys have heard, but Beetlejuice 2 is going to be coming out soon, in which Michael Keaton will be returning as Beetlejuice, so really looking forward to that. Next is the 2012 DVD of The Campaign with Will Ferrell and Zach Galifianakis. I think the film's also from 2012. Yeah, I think it is. Silly and raunchy. The Campaign earned your vote, says Alinda Weed of People magazine. And this also stars Jason Sudeikis, Catherine Lanesa, Dylan McDermott, John Lithgow, Dan Aykroyd, and Brian Cox. This is directed by Jay Roach, who directed the Meet the Parents films and the Austin Powers films. Rated R for crude sexual content, language, and brief nudity, and it's 85 minutes. There's the disc. And includes the thing here of how to get your ultraviolet copy of the movie. And a 14-day Xbox Live Gold trial code thing. And since I do like Will Ferrell, I'm going to have to give this movie a watch soon. Next is the 2005 DVD of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory with Johnny Depp, widescreen version. This is a remake of the 1971 film Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, which I have on VHS. Wondrous. You've never seen anything like this before, says A.O. Scott of the New York Times. Here's the spine and the back. A feast for the eyes and the imagination, says Leonard Maltin of Entertainment Tonight. This also stars Freddie Highmore, David Kelly, Helena Bonham Carter, Noah Taylor, Missy Pyle, James Fox, Deep Roy, and the late great Christopher Lee. Rated PG for quirky situations, action, and mild language, and it's 115 minutes. Saw this in theaters when it came out. There's the disc with Willy Wonka and the Oompa Loompas. And I think the original one and the remake are both equally good. I mean, the original one's always going to be like the best known, but I actually like them both the same. So, there you go. Next is the 2005 DVD of Funky Monkey. He's one high-tech super chimp. Meet the secret weapon who's more fun than a barrel of monkeys, says, well, that's the tagline up here. There's no critique review on here. The stars Matthew Modine, Roma Downey, Seth Adkins, Hugh Von Stetten, Taylor Negron, Gilbert Gottfried, Jeffrey Tambor, and Jason Fleming. Rated PG for some action, violence, language, and crude humor, and it's 94 minutes. Here's the disc. Need to give this movie a watch. And next is the 2010 repackaged DVD of Funny Farm with Chevy Chase. This is actually the 1999 DVD. A comedy with very large laughs, Chevy Chase does some of his best work, says Joe Siegel of Good Morning America. Chase's best work, says Siskel and Ebert. And this also stars Madeline Smith, Joseph Mayer, Jack Gilpin, Brad Sullivan, McIntyre Dixon, and a few others. Rated PG, and it's 101 minutes. I don't know if this is Chevy Chase's best movie, but there's the disc. Just a plain boring disc. Like I don't know if this is Chevy Chase's best movie he's ever done, but I have to say National Lampoon's Vacation would be the funniest. Next is the 2008 DVD of Get Smart. This is the widescreen edition with Steve Carell, Anne Hathaway, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, and Alan Arkin. Funny and exciting, says Roger Ebert to Chicago Sun-Times. Bonus scenes deliver 62% more laughs, loads of never-before-seen jokes. A stunt a minute, a laugh a minute, Get Smart is a summer smash, says Larry King. Directed by Peter Segal. Also stars Terrence Stamp and James Caan. Rated PG-13 for some rude humor, action, violence, and language, and it's 110 minutes. There's the disc. And you can never forget the part where, you can never forget the part, Mom, 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 Sean, 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 see how annoying that is? A scene from the trailer. I remember that. And next is the 2007 repackaged DVD of The Goonies. This is actually the 2001 DVD, but this is a 1985 classic adventure film. I also have this on VHS. A deliciously dizzy adventure with crowd-pleasing fun, says Kathleen Carroll, New York Daily News. And rated PG, and it's 114 minutes. There's the disc with One-Eyed Willie on there and a waterfall. And The Goonies is a classic film. And next five are Harry Potter films. But I'm going to go ahead and stop here for part one so that, I'm going to go ahead and stop here. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and stop here for part one of my Warner Bros. DVD Collection 2016 edition. But in the next part, I'll show you guys, my Harry Potter films as well as some other DVDs that I have in this collection. So stay tuned for that. See you in part two.